Sir, actually, the product is now rapidly evolving. So can you see my screen? I'll just share my screen here. Okay. So, sir, basically, after your colleague had actually seen the demo, the product has actually more and more evolved, and we are now looking at, increasing the integration opportunities like what Rohit is doing currently. So first thing, sir, is you should be able to see my server is that we are actually now able to bring in the data from Tally and put it onto a single table as in the Tally Prime insert format. Right. So for example, I'm just showing it to you for one of the clients. It's the same as you do it in a Tally Prime: voucher date, voucher type name, voucher number, ledger name. Now for audit and update purposes, we have added a master ID, ledger primary. This is a ledger amount, the debit and the credit, right? Then, sir, what we have done is we have put in the item movement. So anything with the sales account and purchase account is the item movement. Right. And beyond the item movement, then we have also captured the batch movement. So one item can have multiple batches, right? In the movement. Right, sir. So then you have got go down. We have put in the entire thing, and then you have the bill name. It's the exact format by which your Tally Prime 4.0 insert format is there. And this is now happening in a this thing, the bill type, bill name, and so forth is there. So you'll see a lot of this bill name against reference. It's against single reference. Now, sir, again, the item level hierarchy, the complete stock group level hierarchy has been added up to 8 to 10 levels. So it's actually now, sir, what's happening is 8 to 10 levels. The same is with the case with the ledger level hierarchy, and the same is the case with the party ledger level hierarchy. And we have also added the ledger. So basically, sir, what your team is actually now getting is that it's coming in a single table. So why by mistake, I thought Tally Group was the same as the Tally Solutions, but in the single table, all the integration projects are taking place. So for example, Rohit is now working with a company, which is a German company, wherein is integrating Celonis with Tally. So all their logics are coming from the single table, and based on this single table, actually you can integrate any software, right? So after that, we are basically able to integrate. The second thing, sir, is which actually one of our customers actually indicated. So, sir, the background of this product was that actually maybe your team had not seen it. The need actually was that basically Tally exports the data through ODBC and XML. When ODBC is concerned, Tally does not go below the second level. For example, in the voucher, this thing, sir, it will not go below the second level. Right. Yeah. Right. So you will not get the bill allocation, history details, and so forth. Right. Okay. And bill allocation, history details, and so forth. So that is the case with the Tally. And also in the ODBC, what happens is you give a snapshot. So you actually don't give, say, a master ID in all the transactions. Right. So voucher ledger, how much is that ledger? How much is the cash movement between this and this time period? Right. Within the XMLs, yes, sir. Any questions? Okay, right. Within the XML export, sir, what happens is everywhere Tally is using SV current company. Now, what happens is people are actually splitting the companies and having multiple companies. Right. That is the one thing. The second thing, sir, is that in Tally, there are compound objects, this thing is there. So for cleaning up the compound objects, either you use a TDL code or you use a C# or a, any other solution. Right. Right. So basically what our endeavor was to minimize the number of deployments. So we have made a solution directly for API using TDL code and SQL Server. And that is now being deployed. So we actually have a hit channel also. So if you actually subscribe to this channel, you will find, there are, this thing is there. So most of the people for Tally API are now referring to this channel. We're getting a lot of calls from software companies who want to, use the Tally logic along with the software, which are SaaS-based companies. So then actually, or WhatsApp integration and so forth. So a lot of people are learning from it and they're actually taking it up. Right. So that's something which, Tally, because Tally has got a sign of reliability. Companies get a reliable profit and loss and balance sheet statement when Tally is integrated with their ERP. So everyone wants it. Right. So, sir, we have actually, ours is coming through a lot through web and the marketing, and we were looking if, if we can market the solution through Tally website. So I'll just come back to this. So over the XML and the ODBC, your benefit is that one, you can get multiple companies. Second, sir, is complete Tally information along with the UDFs. So a number of the Tally partners, which are the 5-star partners, are picking us up because they need their UDFs to be also captured. Now, what happens with the UDFs, sir, is that when the Tally partners make these UDFs, they make these kind of functions. Right. So when you make this kind of a function, then actually the query performance slows because it's not using a Tally inbuilt logic. Right. So we recognize that Tally is a hierarchical database over which an object-oriented programming language has been done. So our integration module is converting that hierarchical database onto a relational database. Hello, sir?
Got it.
Right. So because hierarchical databases are good for one-to-one relationships, sir. Right. So one child can have one parent. Right. So therefore, in Tally schema, you will have a lot of duplicacy. Like HSN can be at multiple levels, but in a relational database, you can have one child can have multiple parents. So, sir, we are able to we are able to handle many to many clauses with many to many clauses very, very fast. Right. And I will show you how we have done it is, and it's like now authenticated by a large number of customers. They vouch for it.
I just want to, sorry to interrupt you. Here I need one clarification. When you say the previous point, one child, multiple parents. So I think you are referring, for example, the bill reference, right? So you will know that for the bill reference is which ledger, and also you will there is as a parent, the other parent is as voucher. Am I right?
Yes, sir. So many to many clauses, sir, can come into the following ways. For example, a company, multiple companies and ledgers. So now what happens is one company can have many ledgers and one ledger can have multiple companies.
Correct, but not the same type of parent, different type, correct?
Yes, so I will now go into a lot of depth because as the product is progressing, because the product is progressing very, very fast, right? Because of the implementation. So I'll show you how we are doing it is, and we believe that Tally we could be a very good fit as a Tally integration partner for your company, right? So, sir, many to many clauses would mean, so for example, cost center report. Right. So cost center can be at the item level, can be at the ledger level, can be across multiple companies. Now, this is a classic case wherein a lot of snapshot reporting is there in Tally. So a lot of requirement which comes to us is of cash flow from cost centers and profit and loss from cost center. So I'll actually, I'll show you the other developments which your colleague had not seen because he had only seen the Power BI version. But now people are actually taking a database collections and putting it in Tally. Are you getting it, sir? So that might be something which is useful for Tally solutions. We actually are looking at getting it critiqued and certified by Tally. Right, because people do ask us, I get a lot of calls from my telemarketing team, wherein Tally partners or the 5-star Tally partners, the 3-star Tally partners are one, looking for TDL training, and the second is API integration, and third is certification on these collections. All right, sir. So I'll just go through the demo, sir, here. With this is that, ma'am, so this is my detail, and we are looking at lowering the refresh times, lowering the consolidation times, lag times for report developments, and faster data correction. So here, this application is very heavy. Missing bills, missing cost center details, huge problem. So there, they are using a lot of this product. This is our standard product, and what our telemarketing currently is doing is that whoever is most of the customers are now using Biz Analyst. Wherever they're using Tally, they're now using Biz Analyst for cloud, Khata Book add-on. So we are going for a Khata Book add-on, and then we have a standard database module for reporting, which is what I think could be of interest to Tally solutions also. Because a number of Tally partners have already indicated that, if you could talk to the Tally team and see if they can scale it up further. Right. So, sir, I will now go into the depth of, what are the type of problems which are currently there with the Tally. So first problem which we are getting is with the splitting of the company. So I'll go back to this here, sir. Say, for example, I go down to display and I go down to statement of accounts and I look at outstandings and receivables. You see, there are multiple snapshots here, right? And if there are multiple companies, I have to go multiple. But I have to right click on this report and get the complete bill history details, because this is a child of this report. Am I correct? This is a ledger snapshot for this company, then there is a child.
Correct, correct.
Right. And then the XML is very, very complex. So now what happens is, where the companies start using us is, for example, if I've split this company. So suppose instead of this, just 1 second. Not yet. Just 1 second, sir. Actually, there's some memory error because I think it's because of the RAM issue. Just 1 second. So the problem the Tally customers face is, when they split the company, they do not get the complete bill history details.
They'll get it now, sir, as part of the opening balance.
Yes, but they do not get the complete bill history. So when they go for bill reconciliation, they will not be able to reconcile. I'll show you. Now here what I do is, sir, I'm showing you from where the splitting of the company takes place. Now, sir, when I split the company, sir, then I look at the outstanding. You see the receivables. This period, I'll change it to 11/17 to 11/20/2025. You see the same bill. It's coming as split, opening balance, but you're not getting the complete bill history. So what happens is, these guys go for collection. So what everyone is now doing is, they're going to CredFlow or a Biz Analyst. They're syncing their ODBC data, but they need to give this complete details.
No, the opening balance, sir.
Opening balance.
So if they have the bill references for the closing balance, then we must be getting it, right?
So what I'm telling you, what my customers are saying is, this is not the complete detail once they've split the company. You can see the same thing when you have sales order pending. You see this? I'll show you.
Sales or purchase order will not get the opening balance.
You will not get it because it will take the opening balance, and I'll go down to now absolutely into the depth of where my clients are using for inventory valuations also. So this boy Rohit is now working for inventory valuations, the weighted average cost. And I'll show you where is the difference which is coming. It's not much, it's just 1 or 2%, but that's for a company which has got a 5 crore turnover, that 1 or 2% also becomes significant. right? That, so all this is there with Tally now because our solution has this thing. So they don't get the complete sales order pending. So actually the sales order pending is like this. You get all the orders. Right. So now what my customers are wanting is, look, whatever you do, I split the companies and so forth. I might have multiple companies. If I'm looking at the bill details, I want it in an Excel pivot friendly format across unlimited number of companies. So now this is accessing the data warehouse. Just 1 second. This is actually a slightly large company. I should have probably not clicked it. Right. Let it just come this thing. So one is that they want this. Yes, sir.
So when you say single, you are saying that single query, I mean, single collection you are bringing into HCL, right? So basically for vouchers, all the vouchers you are bringing into one single table, right? All vouchers will be in a single table.
Yes, sir. So in our case, sir, what? Oh, no, sir. So all vouchers might not be in a single table. I'll just tell you, any voucher with a ledger entry will come, because that's how your schema is. But say, for example, production voucher will not come.
So initially where you were saying that, I mean, we brought it to a single table. So that's what I just want. Whether you wanted to, I mean, keeping it a master will be separate, I believe. Master.
No, sir. Master is also in the single table. So what Rohit is doing is in his all is current. All my boys are actually taking it up because these are the masters here. It's for us, it's a join, right? So we are extensively using row numbers to pick up the first row number. So I'll show you because I think the team yeah, because it's something which is Tally partners and clients are finding it. So therefore that is the case. So your team might use it and it's there. So anything. Yes, sir.
You can continue. So you can continue.
So for example, sir, here what your team can get is you have ledgers, you have vouchers, sir. You have email, mobile, alter ID and master ID, which is the key. Receivable, payable. Receivable and payable are now in one. Bill date, bill due date, bill ID, bill name, sir, closing balance across unlimited number of companies. So there are people who have consolidated across 50 companies also.
Sir, yeah, this place I didn't understand. So this is what actually I wanted to clarify with you. I saw this in your PPT, right? So with when you are showing this, bill ID, master ID, auto ID, and all. So will it be given to the customer or what is it? I'm not getting it.
Right, sir. So what I have done is, what we have done is, sir, is that instead of extracting it through XML or ODBC, you have extracted your raw data. Then, sir, for unlimited number of companies, we have used your function, which is loop call object, which is a standard Tally. So unlimited number of companies. Then we, sir, extract it through the JSON. So everyone is extracting it through JSON format. So this JSON format can be used for, sir, API or for normal extraction. So you'll get something like this. I will not extract it right now, but you can extract it. I'll give you the TCP, you can extract it, right? So you'll get something like this. This is the complete Tally raw schema. Right.
So, sir, my question is here, the data you are extracting, correct? With the master ID and the bill ID details and all. So, I mean, you are going to deliver it for the partner for do further customization? Or
Yes, sir, you're correct.
Correct.
So the way
you're actually creating another interface for the developers to build the solutions, right?
yes, sir. So yes, sir. So your team can actually say it like this: that sales inventory build. This is the master table. And if he needs to then access this particular voucher, then he can press enter and he should be able to enter that voucher. So he's now getting a single collection with which he can do all the interface. Correct. You're absolutely correct. Thank you, man. Thank you, manager. So again, it's the same single table with sales account and the bill reference movement, but over the group movement. So that is my second this thing. Then same is the case with sales order pending, but sir, we found the sales order pending to be very, very complex. Specifically with regards to delivery notes. So we were not able to fully reverse engineer it. Right. So what we have done, sir, is we have sought to understand your default tally code here, which sir, your team gives here. And then try to code it in the database. Are you understanding it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what is the bridge we have made, because that is what a data warehouse does. It's actually a data warehouse. In data warehouse, sir, any standard Infosys, Wipro, everyone will tell you the same thing. They extract the raw data and then code the source ERP's logic at the database. So we have started to follow it the same way. Right. So
Yeah,
here,
so-
sir, yes, sir.
Correct, sir, correct.
So like, sir, here we sought to check, okay, fine, which are the collections we have consolidated and put it into one collection. Right. Same is the case with cash flow. Right. So cash flow is something like this. This is it. So this is the cash flow which is there. So this consolidates multiple groups. So I'll explain the group hierarchy flattening to your team. So this is all now available. Our whole goal, sir, is that how maximum number of people should be able to make use of our product. Right. Then similarly, sir, cost center profitability is analysis, and then balance sheet also. So here, sir, you will get a number of reports wherein we have consolidated a lot of collections, sir. Right. Now, the benefit to your tally partner and to your team is that, sir, what happens is how we calculate the speed is we use a tally profiler tool. And within the tally profiler, we check, okay, fine, what was the source code number of collections and what is our number of collections? And what is the reduction in time? So for me, most of them, we are coming down to more than 90% reduction.
Great job, sir. Actually, you simplified those things. You simplified the data extraction.
Right, sir. We have sought to do it in a limited way, but not it would not be as good as what tally people can do, because there are a lot of nuances to your source code, which probably we have also not captured. Because you have to understand, like, what our understanding is that tally is like started in 1985, right? It has more than 1,000 developers.
Yeah.
Right. And it's massively funded. It's a very complex code. So our team of, say, 5-6 developers, cannot actually just match it like that. It's not easy.
Yes. So, yes, sir. I mean, the great job, sir. I mean, you understood, but you have completely understood how the collection works, how the tally extracts the data, and how this can be improved by summarizing the data structure. Extracting data structure based on the IDs. That's really good. So that's what really I just want to understand from your PPTs. I mean, before I'm asking, you have explained it. So here what I want to know, sir, I understand that how you have simplified the data extraction. So here I want to know just what is the business model you are expecting?
Yes, sir. Right.
What are the expectations with the tally further?
Yes, sir. So one is, sir, we want to become a tally integration partner, so that, on the site, our name is mentioned.
Yeah. So are you any mode of partners are currently associated with Tally as a partner currently?
So we were with business intelligence, but now we are looking at, if we can use a tally, integration partner, so that it will carry the credibility. The second thing, sir, is what your team can do is that if it can be certified, the logic. But I don't know how you do it, because if Tally could help us certify, so you can tell your team can tell the managers, look, we are looking at certification, because if we can claim that, but I don't know, because then your management will say, okay, fine, that what happens to our license sales? Because sir, we are getting a lot of requirements from SaaS-based companies, wherein they say, look, we are having a complete software, but my client is asking me for Tally, all the entries in Tally itself.
Yeah.
Right. So currently, sir, what we believe is that we can also give them through database extraction on the cloud.
So that's what I mean. My question is the next one. The API. So currently, I mean, yes, you showed me all this, how the data extraction happens. So have you done any data integration using APIs or any other mode of integrations? What are integrations solutions available with you?
Yes, sir. So the good launch, this thing is, sir, is that we have done a number of integrations, right? So actually, like we already have the code ready, a number of projects are going on for API. So for getting the data and posting the data, both. Right. So we are actually working on with a number of these clients on site and so forth. And like this current client, we are posting the data onto his site, and we're also getting the data from his software and putting into Tally hierarchical schema.
Okay.
But sir, although our channel is like quite now followed, this one is followed. Just 1 second. So a number of people are following this channel, right? I think you must see that, like, more than 6.2K, so forth. You will see a number of it. They are continuously being followed. But sir, a lot of the applications are for basically the large customers, who are using Tally. Like, they are using over long period of time, like Rathi Steel, right? Cool Deck, then, these things. So they're actually extracting the data through JSON, sir, and then putting it in a database and speeding up their reports. So you can actually see the references also from multiple clients. If you type here. So here you'll see a lot of reference. So like, for example, yeah, this is mine. So actually we were, so like he's now using, then like this is, so actually without the database also now, sir, we have a solution wherein you can make your mobile app without the database and configure it in a single table. Like, we're giving it to Khata book customers that, look, you can, if you want security, you don't want to give it to a third party, keep it on a Microsoft, then you can actually put it into, use the Microsoft platform and using the single table. You just need to know the single table and all your integration would be done. So cash flow statement and so forth. Now, sir, I'll tell you the neatest thing, which actually I think all the Tally people would be very happy to know, is that where the code simplification has taken place, is that this, I'll show you. If I look at my accounts info, sir, the group, and if I look at alter, right? Now you see my bank accounts, sorry. Yes, sir. Current cash in hand is coming under current assets, but current assets is in the same hierarchy.
Yeah, correct.
Now, what we have done is we have done heavy ledger flattening. So, for example, here in this single table, we've put it up primary. The child is current assets, its bank accounts, and then you can go up to 8 to 10 levels. So people do not need to click also, because in your report, it was clicking across various groups, right? So you're getting everything in a list report.
But if we restrict, no, sir, maybe 10 levels. We'll have the levels of 10 levels.
I'll put it at, if you want it 15, 20, for me, it's just a code. I'll put it to 15. Not more than 15 is going to be there, right? 15 is a lot of levels, actually.
Yeah.
So once the commercial, sir, is there, the second thing, sir, is that Tally has got a lot of these GAVLA accounts, large government accounts, enterprise accounts, where we believe our product can be sold. It can be a very useful add-on to your teams. There are GAVLA accounts, sir, because that's what a lot of our Tally partners told us, that this product could be very useful to Tally, but those GAVLA accounts your company is handling, right?
Our partners are handling.
So here actually you can consider us as subcontractors, that you can use us as subcontractors. We'll be your subcontractors and we'll put it in relational database. Because either way, sir, most companies are now, going ahead with cloud mobile apps. They're going to third-party solutions. And our solution is the best because once it gets onto the database, then you can make your mobile app using a database.
So, yes, sir. So again, I'm just trying to understand very clearly. So what, I mean, your expectation is you will be providing the data simplicity for the developers to build solutions, correct, sir? Is that right?
You're absolutely correct. That is going to be for developers. So we are already onto our channel. We are selling it. So Tally developers can use our collections also in case there are bottleneck reports.
So these things, I mean, we are doing it only through TDL or also, I mean, how are we, I mean, trying to deliver this with STL or only through TDL?
No, sir. Our solution is TDL with SQL Server or TDL with Power BI if it's without database apps. So, sir, your company can use us for GAVL accounts. You can make us, a Tally integration partner. You can decide on it as any partner, but integration partner would make probably more sense for your company. We can be your subcontractors if you want.
Yeah. And also, if any customer comes for any integration, then we can share it with, sir, I mean, even last month also some of the customers have asked for this. That also you'll be doing it to customers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are already doing it. We have, like, for example, the German client which we got was from your Mumbai partner. He got it. A lot of Tally partners are actually deploying this solution. Because, sir, hierarchical database will always have a limitation. It's not Tally's mistake. It's a hierarchical database always has this limitation. It follows a fixed format.
Okay, so this is one thing. So I mean, basically the technical, the offering what you're trying to provide, right? Data access. Apart from that, do you have also any solutions? I mean, for
Yes, sir.
the features,
Yes, sir.
BI tools and things like that.
Yes, sir. So BI tools, sir, the good news for Tally solutions is that Tally currently has like a single table solution which is being marketed, which no other no other ERP company has. So actually a lot of your competitors are looking at it and trying to replicate it. And this is that solution, right? So they're getting everything in a single table and then you can configure your mobile app. So our role would be, sir, we will write this code, which is as per the Tally logic. But what my view, sir, is that if it's done under the consonants of Tally, this logic would be made correctly the first time also. Because currently, we try and understand the TDL code many a times. We are not as good as the Tally people. Right. So we have to do it a lot of by hit and trial. So we can do the SQL and the TDL coding and you can provide BI tools, application, because there's a big market for this. Khata book, biz analyst, credit flow, Tally life keeping. They've now got more than 7,500 crore rupee funding. There's a huge market, which actually even your company can, if it wants, it can look at it. And we have a ready-made solution. This is what your prior colleague was actually told. You can make any report. And ours is better because you know the reason why, because they are using ODBC. So if you look at their solutions very closely, there are two things. One is they are not giving the complete details. For example, sales order, you will never see them giving batch level details. You see it very carefully. The second thing is that claiming that they can do a voucher insert, right? But they cannot do a voucher update. Have you seen it very carefully? Because they don't have master ID.
It's voucher insert, voucher update. So you mean say you are comparing with the ODBC, right?
Yes, sir. If you check your ODBC tables, many times you don't give master ID.
Only the primary information.
Right. Master ID is not given. So you can actually insert a voucher using ODBC, but you cannot update because you don't have master ID. For master ID, sir, if I need to update a voucher, then I need to have the master ID, right?
Yeah, by default is not there. But what you're saying is because we are creating collection. So you're bringing all those details. Correct?
Right, sir.
Yeah, even the secondary details also you're bringing. Got it.
So that's all those scopes are there for with Tally solution. So I had actually written a time we can be a subcon. I thought that you're already developing a solution using SQL Server, then as well use our solution. We can be a subcontractors because our solution is ready now. Means we're just marketing it. I'm now hiring people, putting them on projects. Most of them go full time. And we believe there's a huge demand for your product. Means there's a huge demand. So for me to actually, market it through YouTube and so forth is very expensive because very few people have a need. Right. But I'm looking at it, okay, fine. How more and more people can use it. The third thing, sir, is which I don't know how you will take it as, sir, is inventory valuation, right? So in inventory valuation, sir, what happens is that your inventory valuation is calculated on a day-by-day basis at the report level, right? And not perpetual. So those things can also be, sorted out using a database. That has also been done.
If you have a date.
So, sir,